Okay.
I'm going to kind of like walk you through the process
Okay.
and see how it goes from there. Okay.
Okay.
So, I want to welcome everybody to Conversation with the Pastor and Porch Talk Live Worldwide Podcast. And we have a show for you today. We've got a young man on that's going to give us a lot of information. And I can't wait for you to hear his story and hear what it is that he actually has to share with you. So I want to welcome him to the platform. He's going to tell you a little bit about himself and what he does, and then we're going to go from there. So welcome to Conversation with the Pastor.
Hey, thank you so very much. Thank you for having me. And I am excited to be on your show. And my name is Sean Banks, and I work with youth. And I say that lightly. Working with youth, we have a pretty impactful organization that helps families and parents accelerate the performance of their kids. And we do that all over the country and all over the world. And so it's very excited to be here.
Great. Sean, kind of give us an idea, maybe a couple of things that you actually do for youth, and what age range are the youth that you're working with?
Absolutely. So let me start there. We service kids ages 5 all the way up to 55 really, but 5 to 15 is where we service kids for our summer camp, which is called Camp Warrior King. And Camp Warrior King is designed to expose kids to activities they normally wouldn't experience during the school year. So they're doing things like hiking, fishing. We teach them how to shoot. We take them hunting. We do spelunking. We go kayaking and whitewater rafting. We do engineering classes. I mean, anything they want to do, we do with Camp Warrior King. Everything started with I Am Defense, which is a martial arts program and self-defense program designed to teach women and children how to defend themselves. And so with that, we service, of course, kids starting at about age 4 or 5, and then we go all the way up to the adult level as far as self-defense is concerned. We also have You Can Have It All. You Can Have It All it's a youth conference designed to motivate children to go after their dreams. And what we're really excited about right now is You Can Have It All Kids Magazine, which services kids ages 7 to about 12 years old, just school age kids that are interested in learning from their peers, being motivated, learning about all kind of cool things going on around the world because it's an international magazine, and also contributing and being a part of the magazine. And so that's what we're doing right now, and it's really exciting.
And so now the event that you do on a yearly basis, where you bring the kids in and you pour into them how to become great entrepreneurs or greater in school or what have you. Now, where is this done and when is it done?
The youth conference we do in Atlanta. Primarily, we do it once a year in Atlanta, and we'll do it either at the campgrounds where we have camp, or we'll do it at one of the conference centers or convention centers in the city.
Okay, so they don't really have to come to, let's say if some of the kids don't come to the summer camp program that you have, but they're still able to come out to the conference though, correct?
Right. That's correct. Yes. So kids that aren't a part of the camp can come to the conference. They're two separate things. So they can definitely come to the conference if they're not a part of the camp. And then, and that's part of what we found is that we were working with kids, and we have an extremely effective program as it pertains to youth development and getting kids to perform at a higher level. And so we wanted to be able to get that to other kids around the country and around the globe, which is why we started the magazine, because that's what it does. It allows kids to be motivated by other kids. They're able to read about our principles and ways to be able to improve themselves, whether that's overcoming depression or anxiety, overcoming their fears, improving their confidence. And so it's allowed us to be able to have a greater reach as it pertains to the youth.
Okay, so how would somebody go about getting your magazine? Like I've got two nieces that
Mhm,
one is in eighth grade, one is in her first year high school. So if I
mhm.
wanted to get those magazines to them, how would I go about doing that?
You would go to ukids.world and you can subscribe right there. And so parents have an option. There's a sample magazine there. You can see the kind of content that we're putting out that parents can take a look at and read over. And then there is, and you can either buy a single magazine if want to test it out and see how it looks and get a feel for it, or you can subscribe to the magazine. We have physical and digital copies.
Okay, that is great. So now we talk about the camp that you have, okay,
Mhm.
for the kids. So, and sounds like there's a lot that's going on in the
Yeah,
camp. Okay. So what if
yeah.
we got kids that don't swim? Okay. So
They do water slides.
they do.
Yeah, if they can't swim, man, they can do the water slides. That's why we got them, because we have a lot of kids that don't know how to swim. We don't necessarily do a swimming class where we teach the kids how to swim. They go do free swim at one of the local pools. So the kids that don't swim, man, they do water slides. They still get soaking wet. Yeah,
Okay. Well,
yeah.
that's nice. That is nice. I like that. So, so what are some of the other things you said? Well, I know we deal with the youth and we
Mhm,
deal with them from a certain age up to 15, but then
mhm,
you mentioned something about adults. So
yeah.
how do we connect the adults in there?
So we connect the adults as far as personal development. So I've been working with people as far as improving their performance in different areas of their life for over 20 years. And so whether that's I've written books on personal development, whether that's I don't do a whole lot of one-on-one coaching anymore, but we definitely do workshops and things for adults to be able to improve their lives and to be able to go after their dreams. I mean, I'm a living testimony to someone who was able to start from nothing to be able to pretty much, I mean, I didn't have any funding. I didn't have any investors. There was no rich uncle or a dad willing to contribute money or anything like that. It was sweat equity. It was a lot of work and started from the mud, as they say. And that's exactly how it started. And so, if I can do it, you can do it, right? If I'm able to become, to be in a position where I own my time, and that was the biggest thing that I wanted, was to be able to own my time, then those principles and things that I used, I teach to other people, and it works for them.
Okay. I mean, I really believe in if you want to do something different and you actually don't know what it is that you want to do, to use what you already have. Whatever you've been doing all of your life, what comes so easy to you that you could
Hmm.
literally do it with little or no effort at all, and it just
Absolutely.
begins to pour out. So, do you have events for adults, or is it just the workshops only that you provide?
Um, Primarily, I'll go to events that other people have, and I'll speak at those events. I've been focused mostly on the youth as far as events. So we don't have any events for adults right now. Uh, I'm not opposed to doing it, but we've been focused on the youth as far as events that we create.
Uh,
But I'll go out to do events for adults. Yeah.
okay, great, great. So now, what got you really started doing this? You know.
Well, well, I tell you, I couldn't stand kids originally. I had zero desire to work with youth. I didn't want to have anything to do with working with kids at all. As a matter of fact, I was the kind of person that I wanted to have kids as old as I could. I mean, I'd say if I could be like 70 or 80, if I could be like Abraham, I'd have them so I could have kids and grandkids at the same
Yeah.
time and get it over with. But I didn't have any passion to work with kids. And so what got me started in it, um, was I saw the need. I mean, I was serving at my church and they would always post me where the youth were. And I didn't understand that. And I didn't like it. And they finally explained it to me. Hey, man, that's why we got you here. And I understood. I still didn't like it. And what happened is the market changed and I need to find something to do to be able to support myself. And what I did is start the martial arts program, I Am Defense for Women and Children. And that was in honor of my aunt and cousin who were murdered in a domestic violence situation. And I had always wanted to do something in their honor. And so the opportunity came to be able to teach women and children. And so that's where it started.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this conversation. But what I will do is I am going to set up another time so that we can get you back and we can dive deeper into some of the things that you do, because I do want to talk about more about the conference and things like that, because I know a lot of times the parents, and we can go to the website, but it's nothing
Right.
like actually just hearing
Sure.
from the people that are doing the work and everything, how it
Sure.
goes. So I love having you here, and
Thank you.
I'll look forward. Let's say this is a part one, okay?
Okay.
And then
Okay. No problem.
I'll bring you back for a part two. So give me a couple of weeks and we're
I
gonna set
got you.
it up. And it's just going to be amazing to just hear even more about what you do, because if we don't do something for our youth, we're just going to keep losing them. And it's
Correct.
just crazy out here right now.
Yeah.
So I want to say to everyone that watches this information that we're sharing, that if you want to know more about the kids, the program, the magazine, can you tell them one more time where they can go
Yes.
and find the information?
Go to youkids.world. That's youkids.world. Youkids.world.
All right. And on that message, we will see you on the next conversation with the pastor. All right, that's it. So,
All right.
all right. So I've got somebody else waiting on me. They just called me to let me know
Okay. No
they'll
problem.
be on. So I will send you the right link this
Okay.
time, and then we'll
Okay.
actually be on